So I know this is a Go channel, and we're going to get to a fantastic Go game in a moment, but I think it's really important to acknowledge what's going on in the world right now. I have a lot of thoughts on this. I've been consuming way too much media about it, and I don't really want to dwell on it too long, but I do want to just, raise awareness for Ukraine, certainly, and I think I'll leave you with that. Maybe I'll comment more in the next video. I'm just saddened and heartbroken, progress is, it turns out, is not a linear path. Anyway, let's talk about Go. So today, I got a game for you that we're going to look at, because it is an epic showdown between two 15Qs, and I haven't looked at a 15Q game in quite a long time. So I thought it'd be a great idea to check in and see what those 15Qs are doing nowadays. I have changed the player names. So, if hopefully they'll retain some anonymity. But I think it'll be fun. Do you guys think it'll be fun to look at a 15Q game? I feel so out of touch with reality in so many ways. And obviously there's a lot more 15Qs in the world than players who are playing around my level. And there's certainly even fewer of players who are playing above my level. But this is real Go. This is how Go is really being played. And so I want you to keep that in mind. So let's enjoy. I changed the name. We have black as not a spy versus white playing as bees. And I need some arrow keys. We have a dual Sansan opening from bees that, leads me to believe that white is a very conservative, cautious player, or just trying out things. Black has a balanced 4-4-3-4. Everything's going great, right? Nothing can go wrong from this position. Look at these, 9-dan strength players playing at 15Q. All right. Black decides to dive right in and attack that 3-3 stone. And white feels pretty confident that they've built up their perimeters well enough to attack black, counterattack black directly. The normal move we would expect here would be this one. This is a nice move to not only preserve the corner, but actually threaten to build something bigger on the right, and put a lot of pressure on this black stone. Really restrict its mobility and basically tell black, look, you can make a base on the left, but if you don't right now, you're going to come under attack. White chooses none of this, of course, and this being a 15Q game, the tensions are high. The battle lines are drawn. We're fighting right now. That totally ruined my mojo. I tried to hit the arrow key and it didn't click. There we go. With this attachment. This is not a good move. Do not attack your opponent this way. If you try to tickle your opponent from both sides, they're just going to become enraged. Black responds to the most violent move possible, which is to Hane, the attaching stone. This is correct. If 15Q I'd also expect a move like this, this would also be a very nice move. Not as good, not as potent, but the idea is you're staying strong in the middle and going to counterattack both sides. Black plays the best move, which is great. White extends, and black should just connect. Look, you're going to be the strong group in the middle of two weakish white groups, so just connect. Instead of connecting, black has an artistic spirit and decides that we're going to burrow right into both white sides and make white stronger on both sides first before making ourselves strong. And when it is time to make ourselves strong, we, as the black player, are not going to play a shape move. We're going to do this. I don't know, this is such a weird image of just black just sitting down and making an empty triangle right in the middle of white's territory. Because, of course, white's going to Hane here, and this isn't even a real eye. So black, we've done nothing except just place stones here. My contention is that this shape is every bit as strong as this one. Except we just have, there's no advantage for black to play all these moves. It's the same, it has the exact same amount of strength. And yet white is so much stronger. But that's all right. So white, this counterattack by white is going great, actually. This attachment, as harrowing as it was, is turning around great. So black's going to make a Panuki shape. Panuki's strong, but it's already a false eye, and we didn't capture a stone, so it's not that kind of Panuki. It's a much weaker Panuki. And this is already going great for white. Black has a group that's under attack, and white is getting strength on both sides. Black decides to undercut the white group that has no claim to this territory yet. Like white would just love to come up and build strength, or come up this way and link up. And black's just going to say, no, we're gonna burrow down and make sure you don't get anything right there. Okay. And then black's going to play this connecting move. In this kind of situation, I would expect something maybe like this. Threatening some sort of code for life for black in the corner. Like, that's cool. Like, that's a nice sequence when you're fighting every tooth and nail for every possibility. But no, black's going to make another empty triangle. That's number 2 on the empty triangle counter. Threatening to make an eye, of course. It's only a 1-move threat, so white can defend and build a very nice corner. This is Bees' game, I tell you. This is going great for Bees, because that is just a nice-looking corner. And even though white is going to come under attack on this side, let's change to the red marker to illustrate violence. This, it's fine. Like, we can manage as white, because black still doesn't have any eyes. All right, carrying on. Black says, that nice corner. I don't want you to have all the points. This is a terrible move. Like, this does not make an eye for black. If you're thinking, oh, black can get a stone here and a stone here to make an eye, black can, but that means black gets 3 moves in a row to make 1 eye. So that's not valid. To white's discredit, white should go and probably just defend this side with a move like this. Or play anything over here, like anything. Just, this is your weakest side. You don't really care if black gets these corner points, like this is a couple points of endgame. But no, white defends the corner, says, look at my glorious corner. Indeed, it is a glorious corner. It's not the worst move in the world. Like, it's fine. Like, there's so many worse moves, but you don't have to respond to stuff like this. Black plays this move. This move is good. Like, finally, we're going to press down on the weak group, and black's going to find some strength. White Hanes, which is okay, but a little dubious, because black should cut right here. And if white runs this out, you can see the problem, and that white has to keep crawling, and black can basically take a large position on the outside. Black can probably even just keep doing this. So, and can black play here? Probably not with the stone here, but anyway. Either way, black has a number of good options to basically just fortify the strength. Black doesn't see this cut, and Hane's on the outside. And so black looks for a very peaceful resolution. White plays here, that's fine. Black decides to take more endgame, which is infuriating. White, what is the best move for white? Maybe this? I don't know. White can play anything over here. White doesn't need to respond to this in any way whatsoever. This cut is actually a thing. All right, so you can't respond with that one. I lied. Can't respond with anything. But, even a move like that is quite nice. But white's going to take this Atari first. Black should not care and just play another move over here. But, of course, we're going to connect and threaten to make 1 eye. Okay, white. This is better for white. Now we have almost guaranteed eye space, but minor detail. And black is going to take Gote to make 1 eye. So, in the actual game, black did get to play 3 moves down here. And white was just taking endgame. So, even though black got what they wanted, good job, not a spy, and white played poorly, this is still a better result for white. Like, white is still happy. Because this is nice, and this is nice, and this is just still 1 point that is not alive. White's going to go on the attack. Beautiful. Black pushes through, and white is going to overplay his hand. There is a false eye here. You don't need to poke at this. There's no eye. Like, there's no reason to play this. All white has to do is just keep black contained, and black's just going to struggle until either black rolls up and dies, or lives so sadly and meekly, white will own the rest of the board. So, a little bit aggressive. And for some reason, black is like this is like, I understand what black is doing. Black does not, black is thinking there's a threat here. Oops, let's mark it with some stones. White can Atari this way, and white can Atari this way. So black is going to go ahead and prevent this Atari directly. But again, this is one of those situations where you just pick a side and say, look, if you want to have this, that's fine. Black can always recapture here. This just saves these 3 stones. In the meantime, black actually gets out, might be able to attack this corner later, right? If white tries to capture, that's nothing. Yes, white got this group even stronger. White took the strong group and got even stronger, but black got the weak group out and is actually starting to put some pressure on the really nice white corner. Something like that will be great. White black's going to connect, and instead of, again, white should just play here. You don't really care about these 2 stones. If black wants them, that's fine. Black can have them. Like, look at what we're going to get. We're going to get so much. It's going to be grand. Anything. All right. Anyway, white decides to save these 2 stones because that, 15Q is what a 15Q does, is what a 15Q will always be. Fine. Black saves this stone, and again, white should just connect here. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yes, there's a cut. Yes, it's totally fine. There's no problem. You could even fight this way. Like, there's so many, you don't even have to necessarily respond directly to this. Now you can play over here. Or even a little more conservatively. Play anything. This cut isn't the biggest threat in the world. But, alas, here, white, I don't know, has decided that this is going to be the new white city. And he's going to start building it. All right, that's a strategy. But of course, now black gets out. And white's going to come on this side and drive black into the nice white corner. And up until about, I think, this point, maybe is it this point? No, this point. This point, the game is even, according to the robots. Like, we're doing even, somehow. This game where black dove in, white unilaterally attacked it without much thought, just the attachment. Instead of black counterattacking and taking advantage, black shrivels and almost dies, giving white an advantage, but then white lets black out and back into one of his weak territories, and we're back to an even game. Amazing. This deserves a sip of matcha. My camera's having a real hard time with. And boom, we're back to an epic 15Q, like, back and forth showdown. So far we've had black have a lead and white have a lead. And the number of lead changes in this game, I didn't count them. But by the end, it's going to be a ridiculous number of lead changes. You'll see. Oh, yes, this glorious move. This move is so brilliant. I can't contain my excitement for white's next move, because white realizes that black only has one eye. That's brilliant. And so white sees that black can get a second eye right there. So how does white decide to pop out that eye? By playing this move. Which is so amazing. Like, black plays anything over here, right? And black can make eyes this way. But even better, black can just play here and just kill the corner. Right? Like, white is saying, look, you cannot have that eye, but you can kill all of my stones. It's ridiculous. But this is a 15Q game, which of course black does not kill the corner, at least immediately, perhaps ever. Black's going to push in, and instead of finding a killing move like this, black's going to Hane. That still works. This is still a killing move. This still works. It's a little bit harder this way. White's going to Hane. This is still a dead shape. Look, bulky 5, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bulky 5 is dead. So dead. Remember that. This is important. I hope if you're a 15Q and you're watching this, and you're having trouble killing bulky 5s, you're going to learn a lot from this game. Because black's going to connect for some reason, which will give white the opportunity to save the corner. Brilliant. For white, at least. Except that doesn't happen. White decides that we're still killing black, even though there is no hope of this. This This is just suicidal. There's no death here. Black connects. And how are you going to kill this? Well, white's going to try. With an outside Hane. Brilliant, right? Force black to come down here and make 2 eyes. Okay. If you can get your opponent to do this, and that's a big if, because black should still just play here and kill this. You're giving black so many opportunities to just say, nah, and just kill you. You're dead. I don't have to play any of this because you're dead, right? Like there's nothing to play down here. But 15Q game, 15 Qs are magical. Black decides to Hane, which is amazing in its own right, because number one, it still misses seeing the kill in the corner. It also doesn't make 2 eyes. Later on, white can throw in here to poke out this eye. So if white ever can find the time to just come back and live, black actually has a little bit of a nuisance down here. So in this case, all white should do is just play here. Just extend, let white have that defect, or let black have the defect. And if black just keeps pushing, you are just so happy as white. Like, have you ever seen this happen? Like, especially early on in the game where there's no territory decided, black has decided that all these were white points, and ergo he needs to destroy them. But in the process, you've just given white this incredibly massive amount of influence. It wouldn't surprise me if this sort of thing happened in this game. It did not, but this is like, all white had to do is extend here and expect this kind of result. In the game, black did push again. White Hane here. This is a situation where you don't want to Hane. Again, you want to preserve this defect for later. So if you're going to play over here, just play this. That's nice, calm, cool. Again, black did not... we don't know what black would have done. Given the pattern so far, I have to presume black would have done that. But after this Hane, black protects. There's guaranteed 2 eyes for the black. Black did not need 2 eyes at any point here. Black could have just killed... How many stones is this? 6, 10... Killed a 20... almost a 30-point group. Just under 30. But no, black is like, no, I'm cool. 2 eyes, I got him. That's all I need in life. Beautiful. White's going to connect, because why not? White's got nothing better to do, I think, other than live in the corner. All right, but fine. And now, after white connects, of course, black is finally going to realize, oh, I didn't have to go through and make 2 eyes. I'm going to kill the corner, right? No, of course not. Why would you do that? Black's going to approach white's thickness, which is reasonable. Like, black has a little bit of backup. White's getting really strong. Let's calmly approach it and make sure nothing bad can happen. Now, this stone, I think, is actually too close to the thickness. White still has cool moves in here that are really hard for black to deal with because white's so strong. I would urge, if you're going to play in this corner right now instead of the other big areas of the board, or important areas, I would urge a more conservative move like this, or even like this. The idea being, you actually want white to approach you on this side. If white does a normal approach, this is too small and narrow to be worth it. Okay, but anyway, these are 15 Qs. You know, they're at least playing in a decent zip code. And white's going to make shape, because white has seen some Go videos like mine, maybe perhaps, or read a Go book where the mouth shape is amazing. However, this is not your average mouth shape, because black is not really threatening much here. These are at least 3 stone groups. There is a cut, but there is no cut here. And so a better move, if you're going to play over here and insist that you need to defend your stones after this, we have basically play anything over here. Like, even if you just connect, there's no cut. Right? If you peep, you can actually fight really well. You have a lot of thickness. You could even do a creative cut. Like, this is kind of fancy. You could even play a tiger's mouth. Hell, that's fine too. This is probably better. And even though all those are options, I don't think any of them are necessary. Like, this group there's so many other ways to defend. But anyway, none of that is, this is just a minor point. Like, white defended, sure, okay. Again, this is probably best. All right, white decided, or black decided, this is mine. I want it. So black is going to defend this way. Keep in mind that, black has now played 3 moves in this corner to get this, and it's still not really black's corner. This is actually not guaranteed. And even white could play a move like this, and while helping black solidify, it's fine. Like, we got compensation on both sides. That'd be very simple, very reasonable. But again, even after this move, it's not black's corner. And if you play a move like this, you actually still are letting white have some endgame. Even if you get another move over here as black, let's just play a stone. Even if you get, let's say, the actual corner, right? This move still leaves some Sente endgame for white later. So it still gets shrunk. Anyway, white is going to come over here and play this move. This move is great. Like, well done, white. It's almost to the point where playing a move like this is about the same size as this. That's how big this move is. And so my hat is off to white for really starting to take the lead back in this game. Of course, you know, when black makes this kill, it's still pretty close. Like it's still anybody's game. But is black gonna make that kill? No. we're gonna play another empty triangle. Empty triangle counter for black, I think, is at 3. White will block this way. That's not necessary. You can just block this way. You don't, at this point, black's alive. You don't care about this cut. If black wants to do something here, that's great. Like, look at all this influence. You're getting this super solid. Anyway, white is going to leave some cuts. This move is amazing. Black is alive with 2 eyes. Somehow convinces himself that he's about to die or in Atari, and kills a white stone. This is worse than passing. Because, is it worse than passing or is it identical to passing? I mean, in terms of points, it's identical, but I'm thinking, is there any way this could ever be a co-threat? No, I don't think so. So it is exactly equivalent to passing. Amazing. And meanwhile, I want to remind you guys that black could have played this. So after this pass move, white's going to fill in this liberty for some really strange reason. Like both players are convinced that a group with 2 eyes can be killed somehow, I think. I'm not really sure. It's one of those sequences that, you know, question my sanity. Because this makes this cut actually so much worse. If black were to cut right now without doing any of this, whatever that is, white actually has some very strong sequences, right? It's very hard to make these 2 stones live. If you can run them out, I'd probably just connect more solidly, but whatever it is, like you can actually start to see they just get chased. Like there's no friends, there's no point to them. Like white's strong here, white's strong here. So there's absolutely no point to this cut. But in the game, after white has this here, when black cuts, it's Sente, and there's actually a point to this cut now. So even though black played a really bad move, white also played a bad move. Not quite as bad, but, you know, not good. Like definitely negative compared to an actual move. It's better than passing. Is this worse than passing? Oh yeah, no, this is worse than passing. Yeah, this is like, maybe this move might have been worse than this move, which is amazing. Like this is totally a hold my beer moment. Black's like, see my group? Got 2 eyes? I'm gonna kill stone. White's just totally like, hold my beer. I'm gonna find a move that's worse than passing. Because it allows this fight that was not previously available on the board. All right. Anyway, white defends here. This is not great. Like, this is under any circumstance not a great way to defend. You want to play moves like this, right? That are actually going to attack. If you're scared of things like this, you're like, oh my god, I'm not going to have 2 eyes. First of all, you don't care. You're killing the whole thing. Again, you don't care. You're killing the whole thing. Like, there's nothing here for black to do. So, anyway, very, very sad defense. Black gets another move. So far, black got really this move and this move for free because of white basically shooting themselves in the foot here. Good. That's a good point. Now, would I prefer to having capping the 2 stones a little bit earlier, be a little more aggressive, but this is a good point. But of course, black gets out. And this is terrible timing. Like this actually doesn't, I know it does a little bit of, it actually does threaten a Atari cut through, but I think white actually sees this one. Yes, white's like, I need 2 eyes. I don't think you need to defend that way. I wonder, is there a better way to defend? Maybe that. The sequence that is problematic is this. All right, but that's a little bit defended. Oh, but it's actually not guaranteed 2 eyes. But we have choices. Anyway, it's a point. White didn't die. We're just proud of white for not dying, quite honestly. But still, this is really bad timing for black. Like, this is it's bad timing because you're shorting liberties on the outside. Even though it's forcing and you're giving white, or making white choose, it's totally not helping your outside group. So we don't want to play that yet. Black plays this move, which is way too ambitious. Like, you're just going to let these stones die. And this is unnecessary. Like, why are we doing this? Why don't we just play here? And just, again, attack 4 stones that are now short an extra liberty. But, okay, sure. And here, to this point, white is alive, nominally. But it's black's move, and black's going to play here. Now, this group is locally alive as long as these 4 stones have a liberty. I want you guys to remember that. That's important. White's going to play here to force a cut point. Great. And cut. Sure. Does it work? I'm not sure. Let's do a quick read. This move, no. White dies first by 1 liberty. So we have to be very careful of this. And so black should immediately just kind of win the game. like what do you do here as white? I guess you have to connect there. So you have 3 liberties. It still doesn't work. You still only have 2 liberties, yeah. Does not. Oh, no. There's this cool sequence. And black cannot play there. So black has to either start capturing over here or run out. This does not get enough liberties. Oh, this is actually exciting. This is mayhem because of this cool shape down here. I don't know what's going to happen here. All right, so black got an extra liberty there, but now has this problem. This might be okay for white. Like, black really needs to push again. All right, here, let's see what the players did. That is complex. And it will have a solution. Someone will be sad, but it's not immediately obvious, at least. Instead of just starting with this Atari, black's going to start this Atari, and they're actually going to play out a very similar sequence that I just had, except minus the other cuts. White cuts there, that's good. Sure. You could also consider Atari right now, if you had enough liberties, which white does not, but we're going to pretend like... Oh, no, white still does, because cut, Atari descent. Okay. We just figured that out. Okay. This a second Atari is probably bad. Probably bad. But it threatens the ladder, and black's going to defend it. And so it's white's moment to come on top here. Oh, no, we're going to make another empty triangle. All right, I think that's white's first... Oh, no, I guess we made a few in here. Let's just count empty triangles for black as the fun one. Oh, we did make one in here. Was it voluntary? It wasn't really voluntary because white cut. It was voluntary. Actually, we didn't have to make that one if we didn't short ourselves a liberty. So it's like half an empty triangle. Let's round up. Let's say black is at 4 empty triangles for this game. Here, white's going to make a strategic empty triangle, and black's going to continue to get out. Again, these players really just like extending when Hane's work. Like, this Hane works. So, anyway. This empty triangle, though, this is glorious. Black's like, no, you're getting away. Please take me with you. It's being, like, dragged behind the car, holding onto the bumper with this beautiful empty triangle. Oh my god. Why can black not see this? Black has a real hard time killing things. I think black is a very, gentle, loving soul. Black just does not see death. Black is paranoid as hell, though. Right? Like, black is a super paranoid. It's like meekly paranoid. White plays this turn. All right, so what's going to happen here? Well, nobody knows. The AI is having a meltdown right now because nobody is playing this move. And so the AI is just, pooping its pants back and forth, because nobody's playing this move. We are playing some other alternative version of Go that the AI is intimately unfamiliar with. And black's going to find this cut. That's good. Again, you just need to play this move, though. This is good for a 15Q idea. Like, yes, we have some strength, right? Sort of. Let's cut off white's weak group. Brilliant. White's going to play this way for some reason, which... Okay. Okay, not the right time, buddy. Not the right time. And now it looks like this whole giant white morsel is going to die, which is fine. It's actually not that strategically important because white's still going to die here, or white could still die here. So like black is saying, you know, I don't want all these stones. I just want to kill these. Okay. Black is going to connect here. Rather than play this nice bamboo joint that's going to take away liberties, that would have been really useful, actually. Black's going to get fancy and take away liberties on the outside. White's going to sort of surround. Black's going to short a liberty. There's going to be a cutting point here. And black's going to come here and threaten to take an eye. This is effectively a 1, 2, 3 capturing race to a 2 capturing race. The shared liberties are, I'm counting as 2 for white. Black wins, like there's no way. But white's going to try. All black has to do, first of all, is play here. Number 1, just play here. But even if black is placed here, there's nothing for white to do. Like, oh, these are dead. Like, there's nothing here. Somehow, black comes up with yet another empty triangle. So this one group, we had 1, 2, 3 empty triangles. Let's go for number 4 and make a 4th empty triangle in this shape that locally turns it into a Sibicky. Like, how? How do you take a white group that only has 2 liberties and they're shared liberties to your group that has 3 liberties plus 2 shared liberties? Like, how? How? They found the only way to do this. Meanwhile, not killing this group and not killing this group. There's no murder. Like, it's like they went to a fight and each of them, instead of carrying a knife, decided to take a butter knife. Like, you're just poking each other, like, and slathering each other and greasing each other up for some sexual reason. I don't understand it. There you go. Like, how? This Sibicky. Unless black kills this, in which case, all this dies as well. And so far, the AI is still having a conniption because this group can still die. This Sibicky is meaningless as long as this can die. But no matter, black's going to play the outside and go after the white empty triangle group, which is big, granted the fact that, you know, white could counterattack here and attack the black empty triangle group, because again, this move was not that helpful. White's going to try to live. They're going to play this. White's going to threaten. And this move right here is just, I don't know what black's thinking. Does black not realize these 2 stones are going to die? Like, I know black is trying not to make any more empty triangles this game. Or at least shouldn't be, and this makes one, but you need to play this move. This is like the one time you need to play this move. I have no idea. No idea. Because white gets to capture, now black can't come back and kill. So this really is a Sibicky. Like, white saved the group, not by making eyes, but by killing the outside. Amazing. What a change of fortune. And again, the AI is just who knows, like who is going to win any. And meanwhile, here's the amazing part. All this stuff that we've been doing is worth so much more than the corner. The AI stopped caring about this like 20, 30 moves ago. like you have a 30-point corner kill. AI's like, that's not big enough. like you guys are talking about something else that's so much more important right now. Anyway, black plays a forcing move for some weird reason and then connects here again to keep some amount of corner territory, I guess. But again, this is small peanuts compared to the, let's change our color again, the forbidden zone that is greatly building in the bottom left-hand corner. That should be on black's mind. Although, I guess black really has no time to think about it because this group is still stupid. This corner is still dumb. Like, this is, again, not as many points as you think it is. White's going to start playing moves like this, and you're going to have to start defending again and again. And so, I mean, it's not small. That's 7 to 18, about 18 points. But, you know, it's just the fact that black has to respond to all these. Like, it's not solid. You can't counterattack. If you counterattack, white's going to move in. Anyway, white decides to attack the black stick with a creative move like this. And, you know, now that white has 2 eyes, like, white can play pretty cavalier. And while this is not the shape point I would play, I like the spirit of it. So, kudos to you, white. It's a weird shape, but you do you. Black is going to enlarge in the corner. He spent so many moves defending, like unnecessarily defending. Remember this overextended thing where he should just played a more conservative move, right? If he just played this or this, he probably wouldn't have had to play the rest of these other 4 moves to defend it. Yeah, how many moves do we really given? 1? We didn't really need that one. This one was the corner extension, so I'm going to count it. We didn't really need this one. This was the connecting move. We didn't really need this one. This one, not again, that was a sort of free, but again, it's still a move, and we definitely didn't need that one. So in this corner, that's worth arguably less than 20 points before this stone, Black has played 5 moves. Let's do a little science here. I want to look at something. Let's just take a black stone and say, okay, how many points can we reasonably get in this corner if we play 5 stones? So we'll play one there, we'll play one there, we'll play one there, and hell, we'll even play one there. That's a nice 5-stone corner. How many points is this? Well, we got 18 going that way, and another 11-ish going that way, so about 30 points. So if we play 5 stones to make a very solid corner, we should expect 30 points. So just in terms of efficiency, Black at least gypped himself 10 points. Okay. Whoops. No. Oh man. Did not mean to hit that button. I'm not good at reviewing Go games. So out of practice. All right, let's go back. All right, we did all this. We had the amazing Miracle Seki. I'm not a religious man, but this almost makes me believe. All right, White saved the group. We have the attack. White, for some reason, does not feel confident in the eye that is here, 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 and the half eye that is here. Between that 4.5 eyes, White feels under attack. And so White's like, I need one more eye. Like, I just need one more. Like, this is just play. If you just want to link up that way, Hane is great. And you could even come over here and muck around with this corner to really surround this on a large scale. Like, so many creative ideas and things. And White's like, nope, I only got 4 eyes. Give me one more. He was jealous that Black made a 2-eye group and was like, again, hold my beer. Like, I want to make a 5-eyed group. Okay, carrying on. Black pushes again. This move is nothing. This is terrible. This is just killing your own weakest group. White, of course, you're forcing White to make you weaker. There's no reason for this. These players don't know that there's no cut here. This cut doesn't work. Black just dies. That's a little minor thing. So White's going to get more creative and come underneath. It's a little bit weaker because now there is a double cut for Black to utilize. So significantly weaker chain for Black to push through. This is just a good shape you got to know. Like when you have 2 stones on the 3rd line and a Hane, there's not normal. You can't normally be cut on the 2 on the 3 line plus a 4th line because this pattern emerges. Of course, if there's enough stones on the other side and you can put this one in Atari, then all bets are off. But that's not the case here. All right. So anyway, Black's going to play this empty triangle. Oh, do we count this one? How many are we at? What? We did the 4 group 1. I got to count 2 here, right? Plus whatever this thing was. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody, if somebody at any point feels committed to this video in a way that goes above and beyond the average YouTube video viewer, please do an empty triangle count as we come across them. And if you can tally them from here to the end, I would be most appreciative. All right. Anyway. Black's going to seal this off. If you're going to seal this off, at least play this one. Like, my God. But none of the... In any case, you shouldn't be sealing this off. You should be trying to cut here and help save this group. So, totally wrong idea. I think Black's like, I played 5 extra stones here. I should have a 30-point corner, right? It's got to be worth at least 30. And so he is desperately trying to pick up the other 10 points here. But at what cost? Why is White doing this? All right, number 1, if you're going to play endgame, if you want to play this one, you already have 5 eyes. Sorry, I got a little mean. That happens sometimes. It's okay. I'll calm back down. Okay. Yeah, this is amazing. White plays here. It's at least a decent direction. This is all totally strong. When you're strong, you can play far away. Like, imagine white played this. This move still makes this group feel like crap. Like, perhaps even more so than this move. This move also makes this group feel like crap. But one of these is a lot more valuable. And if you're worried about black counterattacking, like, no. like he's just going to just immediately kill off his own group. Or, you know, maybe you play a move like this, or like this, and you put some pressure on the corner, and then you kill everything on the inside. I don't know. There's so many ways to play it. Who knows? But this is... White's way too strong to be playing slow moves. Dude, stop it. Stop. No more empty triangles, please. Like, this doesn't even help. This is just asking white to turn and burn, right? Just light you on fire and see you in hell kind of sequence. All right, black is trying to get out. Oh, we're going to make an empty triangle for white. So I know white sees these cuts and is scared, but oh man, I think it's totally worth putting a little more pressure on black, because black has to be very careful here. Like, yes, this is Sente. Black can mess you up, but like, what's black going to do here? Go here? Well, this is Sente. Like black can live in this nice bent 4, but oh my god. Have you ever seen such a beautiful, like, coast to coast, like, wall for white? On this entire half of the board, black has 1 stone. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. Anyway, we're going to play some empty triangles. Black's going to run. There's this obvious Atari. I would contend it's still probably better to not play this immediately, because black will just run out and live. It's much better to try to seal black on the inside, force black to live here, and, you know, you can make the coast-to-coast kind of sequence however you see fit. Oh my gosh. Both players do not appreciate walls. But anyway, we're going to leave black eyeless, and so that's fun too. Game on. Oh, yes. This empty triangle. You can't play this. This is... You die. Like, you have 1 eye. Black's like, yes, made an eye. I learned that in a Go book. Error, moves invalid. Suicidal. How do I get the... Okay. Yeah, you can't connect your black. But no matter, white is committed to making sure you have no eyes. These 15 Qs, I think most 15 Qs know that 2 eyes live, 1 eye don't, 1 eye doesn't. I can't speak English. And more than 2 eyes is redundant. Like, I think that most 15 Qs know that. It's very clear to me that these 2 players don't. Like, I don't know. I know they play a lot of endgame moves, but I'm not convinced they've actually... That's because they've never actually made it to the endgame. And so they try to get all the endgame over with in the opening and middle game. Anyway, black's going to run out. And that gives black a chance. Because before we were just dead, or giving white a coast-to-coast wall. White's going to keep up the pressure? Sure. Black's going to poke it. And, dude, white, what are you doing? I have to believe this is a misclick. Like, nobody would play this move, right? In response to this? This is just such a terrible idea. This is such a great move. And it's so hard for black. Like, this doesn't work. It's just double Atari. So this, like white doesn't have to be scared. Even this crosscut is real dubious. Again, white, even worst case scenario, if white reads this out and loses these 4 stones, oh man, like, that's fine. But even, all right, like we can give up those stones. Not that I don't know how exactly, but I'm sure there's a way to give them up. Can we give them up? No, there's no way to give them up. Like, black just can't kill them, period. But even if your reading is so bad that you can't read out a sequence that makes these 4 live, you have to recognize at some point, like, oh, if I'm going to force my opponent to kill them, I'm going to, you know, kill all this in the corner. I don't know. Maybe just... I don't know. I have to believe that's a misclick. So black cuts through. White decides to... I don't know what this is. Like, we're just going all out. And black connects. This is probably one of those scenarios where you want to counterattack. And if you get cut here, it's actually not that bad because you're attacking. Like, see these 3 stones? They have no friends. Like, black's back in the game. Cool. Also, you might be wondering, what about this throw-in? Isn't this cool? Sort of, except now it makes this move kill this group for white. And this was Sibicky before. If this dies, that that's big, because now this is no longer Sibicky. And it also weakens the shape over here too. If white tries to do anything in here, well, now all of a sudden we're threatening to kill these. So yeah, this hanging mouth is actually fine. All right, anyway, I don't know what's going on. Black doesn't know either. Black is like, I don't know what they're throwing these bits of shrapnel at me for. Like, I'm just gonna crawl to safety, keep my head down. Okay, white's gonna make them live though. Ah, dude, you gotta attack this way. You just gotta. Like when you're just pushing from strength, and we saw this same tendency over here, pushing from strength. You gotta use your strength. You use your strength by playing on the other side. Pushing from strength. Okay, you know you can actually play this right now. Like, this doesn't work. White dies. So even if you crawled, you can still come back and play this side. Still works. All right, pushing more from strength. Okay, playing endgame. Playing endgame. This still works. Playing endgame. Endgame. Okay, not as violent as my move, but okay, we're playing over here. The problem with this is that white still has all of this. That's a problem. Like, yes, black got something here. Oh, let's do a little coloring proper. This from here to here, this is 100 points. That's just 100 points. There's a few points here. There's maybe another 10 to 15 here. Who knows what's going on in this corner? But right now, to my eye, it looks like white's got at least 115 or so. Again, there's cuts in here. Black has to invade. Let's say if black doesn't invade, white has 115. I think that's better phrasing. Let's give black 30 in this corner. Let's give black some real generosity over here and say there is 20. That's not. It should never be 20, but let's pretend it's 20. And let's even give black a free kill. Let's assume black just figures this out. So we've got 30 plus 30 plus 20 for 80. Okay, so at some point you're going to realize as the black player that you actually need to do something in here in order to win this game. Like, you are behind. But that's okay. Black's going to crawl in. White's going to block. Sure. Okay, there's no, this is not the move. First of all, at some point, these players need to learn that this is the move. I can understand just not playing it here and just giving it up. Like, this would be fine. Totally reasonable. Like, now white has 100 points. And black doesn't. White wins. But, you know, it's a 15Q game, so we got to fight for every last stone. And if you remember the time when white played, this is very reminiscent of when white was pushing here and shorted the liberties. That's what white's asking for here too. Black, why aren't you taking advantage? Why don't you just immediately Atari? Like, why? Why are you even contemplating other options? No, white. No, bad white. Stop crawling and making empty triangles, both of you. If you want to protect, play a protection move. Okay, now we take the Atari. This move is a shape point. I'm not sure if it's the best move right now or not, but it is a shape point. But as white, you have to play here. You cannot play this. Because now, who can do some reading? Who is ready to outread a 15Q? Is it you? Is it going to be you? Indeed. It's Atari. Atari death. But do these players figure that out? Absolutely not. Black is like, dude, you know what I really like? Empty triangles. and for the record, white's like, me too, but white is actually the correct shape point. Now white is alive. Oh my god. Black's just crawling. Black is just... I mean, is this a zombie? Like, that's... I should not have named Black not a spy. I should have named Black totally a zombie. Because you know how zombies just kind of come at you and just gradually, like, just meander, like, closer and closer, you bringing death, but hopefully never quite getting there? That is Black. Black is just on the ground, crawling at you, saying brains. All right, white's going to get creative. White's like, hey, I'm strong here and I'm strong here. It's time to attack. You don't want to attach to a zombie. You'll get bit. Okay? Like you got to always give it a little bit of space. Has white never seen a zombie movie? Like... I don't know. All right, we're going to let the zombie crawl down. Okay, like this move is unnecessary. Again, I would still just back off and try to take 50 to 60 points. Yes, this move is Sente, but we have a move for that. After this, it's actually hard. Like, black is really getting a lot more momentum and a lot further into our domain. But this move makes sure we're alive, so I can't give it too much blame. All right, sure, good move by white. We learned the lesson. We played too close. We got bit the first time. Let's back off from the zombie, and that way we can kind of contain it when it crawls slowly at us. All right, black's going to turn. There's no endgame here, white. No, don't be doing that. Just take your points. Just say, okay, contain the zombie. You just got to get your zombie close to a containment kind of room or building, and you just got to lock it inside. Like, again, white has not learned any lessons from zombie movies. Favorite zombie movie, by the way, is Shaun of the Dead. Just going to put that out there. Also, I don't really like zombie movies, so for what it's worth. I don't really do superheroes. I don't do zombies. I'm not a lot of fun at movie night. It turns out I'm the guy who's like, can we watch the documentary? I want to watch my octopus teacher again. Like, oh man. All right, here we go. Black's still zombieing, and now white can block, right? Because white has set up a barricade, has given black some space. Black is just zombieing his poor little heart out. No, white, bad white. You touch the zombie, you're gonna get bit. White, all you had to do was just play there. That's all you had to do. Remember, we learned this lesson. No zombies. All right. Black should Hane here, totally. This is not a cut because of this. But, again, white can't seem to keep... Or, sorry, black can't quite keep his eyes on the prize. He's a zombie, after all. He just has to lumber towards some target, the nearest target he sees. But all right. Black sees a kill and gets it. That's some 15Q killing disease right there. All right, white should just back off. I don't remember what white does in the game. Does white back off? Nope. All right, what do you do, white? You play there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's not as good of shape, but it's totally fine. Black, why? Why are you not at least taking this Atari? Are you going to cut here next? Is that your plan? I mean... But then you can play this, and this is cool. This is a very nice move, right? Because now you're threatening to kill this. And so white has to connect, and boom, you're back into zombie mode, and like crawling in. Back to your good old hijinks. All right, no, we're just going to crawl that way. White's like, yep, I'm going to block. All right, here. This is not a hard situation. I don't remember if white screws it up or not. You just have to connect. Let's see. Nope. What did you do, white? You played there. You're dead. Not only did you die here, that means you also, the Seki becomes not a Seki, and you lose even more points. Anything that dies around the Seki is worth a ton of points, because it unbalances the Seki and makes the other person able to kill it. What? No, this is the wrong time to play an empty triangle. Look, dead. Look, you still get to play an empty triangle. You still get to play one. It's just there. That's the one I want you to play. Don't go playing empty triangles over here. No. All right, and meanwhile, we haven't mentioned it in a while. It's worth pointing out that this whole group is still, we have no idea what's going to happen to it. And so the AI is still freaking out. Like, completely unsure what to do because there's a 30-point group left on the board. And we've actually whittled white's territory down, right? Like we've totally removed almost 30 points from white. And so this game is getting closer if black gets this kill. Like I don't quite remember what move it starts, but there's a point where, the AI is just doing this again for some obscene number of moves, right? Just white wins, no black wins, no white wins, no black wins, no white wins, no black wins, because nobody can read a bulky 5. And it goes on forever. Here, I want to investigate what move did we start on that was the killing, that we could have killed the whole thing. It's back here. Nope. A little bit forward. Nope. A little further. It was, well, really any of these. So really, let's say at move 46. At move 46, 47, 48, right? Black could still kill right here. 48. At move 48, this game could have kind of been over. But this is all the things that happened. What an epic story. The zombies are coming after us. And Not a Spy zombies his way into the white group and misses a giant kill, right? Because if you kill this, this would be worth all of these stones plus all of these stones doubled. Right? 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. So it's a minimum of 40-point kill. 40 points, black. 40 points. After this, white figures it out and connects. We have peace once again. The Shire is saved. Nobody can kill anybody. They are stabbing each other. Buttering each other with butter knives. This is the zombie butter knife game of hell. Brought to you by 215Qs. Black, again, thinking, I love some empty triangles. Let's have another one. No, we're not going to come over here and play this, get this territory. Hell, we're not even going to try anything over here, even though at this point it's pretty solidly white. Hell, we've forgotten about this a long time ago. We're not even going to, like protect, some endgame over here or get some free points over here. We're going to do none of that. I want this point. Yeah. Like it's a 1-point Gote move. Okay. Zombie is what zombie does. It's what zombie will do. And white. What are you doing? This is an eye. Even though this looks like a false eye, it counts as an eye for this group. This is negative 1 point. Like, black's move, again, was worth 1 point. White's move, hold my beer time, negative 1 point. These two players totally did the exact same thing when black just killed a stone for no reason and white basically self-Atari'd his own shape over here. Like, black does something terrible, like just worthless in the game. And white is all up in his face like, hold my beer. I got you. I got you. Okay. Yep, we're going to play some more endgame. Good. White didn't die there. Black plays connects a half-point go because, again, black somehow was convinced that 1 point was the biggest move in the game. So clearly if black played a 1-point move, the next biggest point in the game is a half-point. So why not? White connects here. I don't know why. Why is white not playing this kind of move? Like, and this is huge. Like, this is by far the biggest move on the board if the two players do not see this. Okay, like it's the right area at least. It's the wrong point, but we'll take it. Yep, white gets that move. This should have been here. This is the moment. Although, yeah, this totally should have been there. Yeah. White gets to play this, gain a little bit of points here, gets some endgame. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah, this can't work. This is an overplay. Oh my god, black, you're a genius. Look at you go. Bam, we have some death. I mean, we've had a couple individual stones die, but have we had any point where more than one stone has died? I don't think so. This is our first multi-group death here where black... what are we doing? That's interesting. What? No, wait, this doesn't... Okay. Sure. Okay. All right, it's all settled. But black regained some points. White overplayed this Hane move. Fascinating. All right. So this whole game still depends, though, regardless of all that. It's just whoever can read a bulky 5 life and death problem first. Whoever does that still wins. Like, and that's just how it's been this whole entire game. Whichever player can solve 1 life and death problem, that I would argue is probably a 20Q life and death problem. Like, this problem is below a 15Q level, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys are 15Q and you don't know how to kill that, let me know, and I'll stand corrected. But, oh, right. Black is still convinced that half-point moves are the biggest moves in the game, and white sees black playing half-point moves, so white is like, well, I should play 1-point moves. And totally gains another half-point exchange. Ah, yes, finally, black gets another, this is like a Sente point. White's going to come in here and just shore this up. I don't mind this at all. White's winning if this lives, I guess. No, it's Schrodinger's game. Like, I have no idea who's winning because I don't know who's going to solve this life and death problem first. Black's going to try it. That's interesting. There's nothing here. At least there shouldn't be anything here. Okay, that's not right. Remember the moment in the game? Everything in this game comes back. It's amazing. It's like art. Like, everything that happened before happens again. Because if you remember the starting position when black approached the white corner too closely and white played on the other side of it, this is the same situation. Black came into the white group too closely, in part because there's nowhere else to go. But then white's going to clamp it and like play too close on the other side. Amazing. Okay, black is resorting back to the zombie tactics. Okay, where is this going to go, black? Where is it going to go? Great. Atari, what are you going to do now? Okay, Blight's going to continue to play. Okay, that's fine. This is all still fine. Great, you connected. That's a passing. It's passing. Or even worse. It's actually negative points in Japanese and American Go rule sets. So, okay, negative point move. Can white hold my beer? Impress me, white. How do you make a worse move than a negative 1 point move at this point in the game? Also, touche. It's not worse. It is exactly equivalent. It is also a negative 1 point move, though. All right. So that time white did not get the upper hand. Oh, black's going to try this cut. Very good. Yep. Wait, what? Why don't you just kill? Why is this reading hard? Okay, I want to see where this is going. Black and white's going to extend. Okay. Why? Why aren't we just killing the invader? Oh, is it because I said earlier you stay away from the zombies and white heard me? You have to back off and give them space? Is that what white is doing at this moment? It is saying, yes, zombie, I'm giving you space. Well, not in this. You can just take the zombie out. Oh, okay. All right, we're going to link some moves together. Sure. Oh, look at this. The coup d'etat. This is nothing. Okay. Okay, you don't need to kill this. At least at this moment, like this is you like eventually. I guess if you play this is like a negative half point, all right? Because black can play here and force you to take or connect, and so it's a negative half point. But you do not ever need to kill this as white if you just play this. Get a half point, or a gote point, I should say in this case. Yes, nice move for black. All right, so all this was garbage. This meant nothing. White played reasonably, just if not questionably. Black, sure, I like this. This is like, again, it looks really big. Q players might think actually there often can be a ko in here against Q players. Obviously, the correct move is to come back over here. If white were to invade, can black kill? I'm not convinced that black can kill, just based on what we've seen so far. Certainly black should be able to kill. I don't see, I just don't see a way to actually live with white. There's no way. But, if you're not sure and you're playing a 15Q, sure, why not? That is fine. I think it's fine. But again, this game, it is just whoever sees this. Like, whoever can see that first wins. Like, all these are half points and point moves. That was a point. And gote. Whoops. Did someone pass? Yeah, black passed. Oh my god. They both passed. So white wins, obviously, right? Except no, something happened. There was 2 passes, and the game did not end. Oh, because someone during scoring, so they didn't agree with the scoring, which must have been black, and black was like, wait, I found it. Yes, this is what happened. Black passed, white passed. Black saw that he was actually losing, had an oh shit moment, pooped his pants, looked back at the board after both players had passed, and realized there's a bulky 5 problem to solve. And by all means, white's going to try to live. It doesn't work. And then white's going to try some garbage. This is not anything. This is all garbage. Garbage. Which then we finally get 2 passes again. And black wins the epic 15Q showdown by about 7 points. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. I hope you had a good time.